Welcome to another episode of Battle Axe. At the Boston Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa, I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford. This is week number 6 of a 7-week regular season leading up to the double elimination postseason tournament to crown a champion. Can't wait. We're almost there. If you're new to the program, we'll give you a quick rundown right now of the rules of Battle Axe. There is a look at the board, and those rings moving inward are worth 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 points. The bullseye is worth 6 points. And then those small blue dots on the outermost ring, those are what's called a kill shot. If a player hits it, they get 8 points. If they miss, they get no points. They can hit 2 kill shots in a match. They can go for it at any time.
Absolutely, and this is what they call the World Axe Throwing League Championship belt, Joey. It is the prized possession of Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, who is currently the Battle Axe champion, but we know there's plenty of competitors looking to take this puppy home after the double elimination Week 8 tournament.
Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, a back-to-back defending champion here on Battle Axe. He's had that belt in his possession for quite some time now.
He is, but I think someone wants to take it home now, Joey.
And I think that somebody is Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio. He is a perfect 20-0 on the season. He's leading the way in the standings, averaging nearly 56 points per game.
Yeah, Chris putting together a really nice season so far, undefeated, followed by Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, Casey Nines, Hannah Brussel, Sarah Murray, Stephanie Prine, Cody Yoakum, Eric Shizzle, Everett Shore, and of course, Nicole D'Onofrio.
Those are your top 10 in the Battle Axe standings. Time to get things going here in week number 6. Hannah Brussel taking on Zachary Torble.
Let's not waste any time, Joey. The tournament's right around the corner. Let's get to the action.
We are set to go here in week number 6. Torble starting things off with what looks like a 4, and it's a 5 for Hannah Brussel. She just got the top of the axe into that 5 ring.
Yeah, so for anyone new to the program here, the axe has to be showing through on both sides of the blade there. So the top part of that blade there for Hannah popping through on that 5 ring. And unfortunately for Zach, that axe getting away. That looks like a 2.
Zach for Hannah.
But it's a 4 there for Hannah. So, I mean, there's worse things that could have happened for Zachary. So a 3-point lead for Hannah going into the 3rd throw.
Yeah, that one just sailed away from Zachary Torble. But like you said, Bobby, only a 3-point deficit and a lot of throws still to go.
A lot of throws still to go. Hannah hasn't really found her 5 and bullseye stroke yet. So a couple 4s for each competitor. Still a 3-point lead. But, yeah, Zach's doing a really nice job of kind of finding his consistent throw. It's not necessarily a consistent throw from 1 through 10. But he's found some pockets, Joey, which shown some promise.
Indeed, he's shown a lot of potential, and we've seen that so many times from new competitors in this league as the season goes on. They get better and better, and Zachary Torble getting better. He's looking to get into postseason form here with that postseason just a couple weeks away.
Absolutely, and a nice job of capitalizing on Hannah's mistake there. So cutting into this deficit, making it a 1-point game.
4 and 4.
Couple more 4s from Brussel and Torble.
Yeah, you can see, Joey, that Hannah is not too thrilled by the amount of 4s that she's throwing in this matchup so far.
So Brussel with a 1-point lead as we get the second half underway.
4 and 5.
Brussel just able to get the top of the axe into that 5 ring. That extends her lead to 2.
Yes, a little rare to not see a bullseye on Hannah's score sheet so far. 4 more throws to do it, though, Joey.
Hannah Brussel looking to put this one away. We'll see how she finishes out.
4 and 4.
Just living in that vortex.
So it remains a 2-point lead for Brussel with 3 throws to go. We'll see if we get a kill shot in this one.
Yeah, we've seen Zachary attempt a kill shot before, but again, like most new competitors, just kind of focusing on that throw, and it looks like that's a 5 there for Zach to gain a point. We're going to get an official ruling here from Jenny.
5 Zach.
And it is a 5, so a 1-point game with 2 throws to go. What more could you ask for?
No doubt.
All right,
Should be a
throw
good
9.
finish, and with this score, no real need to go for a kill shot for either of these competitors. And indeed they won't. So we'll see if Brussel can put this one away. She's clinging to a 1-point lead.
Able to take a point there, so a 5 for Hannah.
All right.
Still no
Last
bullseyes
throw,
on her
Hannah's up
score
by
sheet,
2.
but a 2-point lead going into the 10th throw. You can see she's none too pleased about how this night started.
Well, what a time this would be for Brussels' first bullseye of the day.
Oh, and the axe getting away from Zach. And you
Zach,
can see the
40.
frustration. He knew he had this
All right,
thing.
good game. 40 Zach, 43 Hannah.
Well, Hannah Brussel able to get the win over Torble 43-40.
Yeah, and so for Zach, you just have to tip your cap to Hannah. She did a great job of, being the aggressor in this situation. Unfortunately for her, no bullseyes in this matchup. But Zach did a great job of staying in this matchup. He had a bullseye on the 4th throw. He hung around this matchup. He had this thing going into the 10th throw. Unfortunately for him, not an opportune time for a 3, and Hannah comes away with the victor, improving her record to 15-6.
Yeah, that one was right there for the taking for Torble. If he can just get a little more consistency going, eliminate those 3s and 2s, he's going to win a lot of games here on Battle Axe. Well, let's throw it down now to Everett Shore to get his thoughts on his progress as a thrower.
Yeah, when my wife and I first started, we were, striving to get 30s, 25s. We would get in the 20s, quite a bit, at least one game a night. But now, we're shooting for 45s. If we're getting lower than 40, we're, disappointed. Me personally, I'm going for those kill shots. So if I get above that 40 mark, I'll go ahead and go for that kill shot. Regardless of where my opponent is, really. Sometimes I'll go ahead and get those extra points and stay on the board. But I like practicing and challenging myself, and I've been a little bit off lately on the kill shots, but got a couple weeks yet before the final week and tournament rolls around. So hopefully by then my kill shot can be a little bit more dialed in, and these last couple weeks of practicing will pay off.
Well, Mr. Kill has 2 weeks to get the kill shot going before the postseason.
We know he has the ability to get really hot, Joey, and can find that kill shot, so he's got some time to do it.
Everett Shore taking on Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio, a guy who's been nailing the kill shots this season.
Absolutely. He's become very familiar with the kill shot.
Bullseye,
Nice start by
bullseye.
both competitors here. This is a good situation for Everett to be in. He's climbing the ranks here. We know he can score with anybody, and he's got to really test his ability here going up against somebody the caliber of Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio.
Couple of flush bullseyes from D'Onofrio and Shore to get this one started.
Looks like that's a 4. Could be a 5 there for Everett. Ruled a 4. I'd want to get a little closer look, but it did look like a 4 there on his second throw. Chris, no surprise. He's got a chance at a unicorn after his first 2 throws.
Yeah, we saw that back in week 5. Just hot starts from D'Onofrio with unicorns, and he's going to try and do it again here in week 6, and indeed he does.
For Everett.
Okay, well, he said
Bullseye, Chris.
last week he had 4 consecutive 6s. Let's see if he can match that record here, Joey.
Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio, a perfect 20-0 on the season. This guy looks poised to get that belt.
Absolutely. It's definitely shaping up to be an exciting double elimination Week 8 tournament. And as you can see, a nice bullseye there by Everett. And Chris continues the bullseye streak, 24-20.
All right, 5th throw. Chris is up by 4.
Yeah, just a couple of mistakes by Everett Shore, and that's got him in a 4-point deficit.
Yep, we talk about it all the time. Joey Fours don't get it done versus the caliber player of Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio. We'll see. It's ruled 2 bullseyes. Chris getting it by the hair of his chin there. Top part of the blade popping through on both sides there. So Chris will go into the turn with a perfect 5 bullseyes to start the match. What a start.
He's leading this one 30-26. It's been a great round for Everett Shore as well,
Yeah.
but Chris the Dagger has been perfect, and he remains perfect. Back-to-back unicorns. He's up 36-32, and it's a unicorn for Everett Shore as well. These guys are hot.
Unicorns all around, Joey. A double unicorn here for Chris the Dagger and a nice unicorn here for Everett. Yeah, both players doing a really good job of putting together an impressive score.
5 Everett, 5 Chris.
Well, they finally miss.
Chris is human, so on his 7th throw, he throws a 5. But going back to what we were talking about, Joey, yeah, those 2nd and 3rd throws there for Everett Shore, you can see it just created enough of a deficit that just seems insurmountable when your opponent's throwing up consistent 6s, as Chris was doing. Another nice throw there. Looks like a couple bullseyes. Could be. He's hoping.
5 Everett. So close.
Just missed a bullseye.
I can't tell you how many times, Joey, that it's just ever so close. I mean, just a little bit more. And we looks like we get a call from
You're at 42.
Chris to go for the kill shot. Is he egging on Mr. Kill to go for it as well? We'll see his decision here.
Well, surprised to see Everett Shore not going for a kill shot.
Oh.
Ooh. Devastating drop there.
Drop and
So
bullseye.
a nice bullseye there for Everett to get back in this thing.
All right. Last throw.
And a rare drop. I don't think we've ever seen a drop out of Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio. That was a rare sight. So now all of a sudden, Joey, it's a 1-point game. Chris going for the kill shot again. Looks like Everett's going to join in with him.
Well, Mr. Kill said in his interview that if he's at over 40, he's going for it.
He's going for it.
He's living up to his word here.
No drops
With the
there.
lead, he looks to get the win, but
Close.
Mr. Kill defeated at his own
48.
game
Everett,
by
good job,
Chris the
Chris.
Dagger D'Onofrio. A kill shot to win it, 55-48.
Yeah, we'll get to Chris here in a moment, but for Everett Shore, I mean, a nice job of hanging around with Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio. Puts up a nice score of 48, even with the missed kill shot there on the 10th throw. But as you can see, only the 2 4s on his second and third throw. Everything else is 6s and 5s. Definitely the progress that he wants to make. And then that kill shot, he wasn't off by much there, Joey. So he's definitely making progress and getting ready for that Week 8 tournament. And then what can you say for Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio? 6 consecutive 6s to start off the match. Another 6 on his 8th throw, and then a kill shot on his 10th throw. He's definitely the cream of the crop.
Chris D'Onofrio, a perfect 21-0 on the season. We are just getting started here in week number 6. Much more Battle Axe still to come. Stay tuned here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe here at the Bustin' Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque. I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford. We are just getting started here in week number 6. Well, we've seen Gina Feenstra throw a lot of axes, and she's got a lot of power behind that throw. Let's throw it down now to Gina for more on her mighty throw.
Yeah, I hear a lot of that from the others watching me, that they feel my throw when it hits the board. Especially in that middle room, that back wall there, every once in a while you really hear the thump, and I don't feel like I'm really throwing that hard. I just, flick of the wrist and there it goes.
Well, Gina Feenstra packs a lot of punch with her throw. One competitor who just changed her throw is Haley Shore. She had been throwing with both hands. Now she's going to talk about throwing with just one hand.
I feel like I was more confident with 2 hands, but I was doing pretty good with that. But going down to 1 has been a definite game changer for me. Just, I use the jack, which is also a bit of heavier axe, which was perfect for 2 hands, but also probably not so perfect for 1-handed throwing. So that's also probably something I can look into switching to improve. But as of right now, it's just kind of going with the flow, see how I do.
Well, Haley Shore changing things up, and we'll see if later on she changes up the axe as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of tweaking that you need to do to find that perfect throw and that perfect setup and technique. So she's experimenting, Joey.
Haley Shore taking on Gina Feenstra.
Yeah, so Haley coming in at 5-15, Gina at 4-16. But don't let that record fool you guys. Both these competitors can put up some serious points.
No score.
Looks like a nice 5. Could be a bullseye there for Gina to start off this matchup.
Poor Haley.
Well,
5 Gina.
she didn't miss the bullseye by much, but a nice start here for Gina Feenstra.
Yeah, and as Haley was talking about in her interview, the axe that she's throwing with is probably better suited to a 2-handed throw, but she's making the adjustment. So she's got a lot of variables that she's working with here, Joey. The
5
weight's
for
a little
you.
different. It comes out of your hand a little different. So she's doing a nice job of kind of trying to hone that in. So a 3-point lead here for Gina Feenstra. A couple nice 5s to start off the match, Joey.
A nice start for Gina Feenstra. We'll see how Haley Shore responds.
And there was a thunderous throw, but it was in the wrong direction there. So a 2 there for Gina. Needs to make some adjustments. Haley capitalizes with a nice bullseye to make this thing a 1-point lead for Haley Shore.
And just like that, a 3-point deficit becomes a 1-point lead for Haley Shore.
And so you see there, Gina
Gina
now
Free.
missing above the bullseye, so she's still honing
All
that
right,
in.
fifth throw, Haley's up
Again, missing north and south, though, so that's something you can really hang your hat on.
So a 2-point lead now for Haley Shore. Fifth throw coming.
Yeah, and for Haley, I see she's taking that axe back a little too
4-4.
far. You know, kind of like a golf swing, Joe. If you take that club back a little too far, your stroke can be a little erratic. So she's kind of probably dealing with the weight of that axe a little bit, trying to feel that you need all that force to take it all the way back, and then to kind of be a little erratic as you bring it through. But
4 and 3, Haley.
adjustments, I'm sure she's capable of making throughout this match.
Well, Gina Feenstra picks up a point. We've got a good one going. It's a 1-point lead for Haley Shore. 4 throws to go.
Yeah, that's what I love about axe throwing, Joey. You know, when you get these kind of matches where both competitors are making mistakes and the other
Gina
competitor's
40.
capitalizing, and then they just kind of trade points back and forth. We're all tied up going into the 8th throw. This is what we live for.
No doubt. This is why you get up in the morning. 3 throws to go here. It's 28 all.
Ooh, there's a 4 there for
4 and 4.
Gina, and it looks like a 4 there for Haley as well.
All right, throw
Still
9.
all tied. Could we possibly be seeing some sudden death here, Joey?
Boy, what a treat that would be. It's 32 all, 2 throws to go. Haley Shore and Gina Feenstra in a nail-biter.
We know come tournament time we're going to see a few sudden death matchups. Oh, and a
Drop
devastating
five.
drop there by Haley. You know, it's never a good time to have a drop, but that comes
All
at
right,
a
last
very
throw,
inopportune
Gina takes a
time.
5.
Gina takes a 5-point lead going into the 10th throw. I wonder if we'll see a kill shot attempt. I don't think anything was called.
Doesn't look like it. Gina Feenstra with a thunderous
3
throw
Haley, 5 Gina.
for the win.
Yeah.
All right,
Feenstra takes down
35
Shore
Gina, 42 Gina.
42 to 35.
Yeah, so Gina was talking about her thunderous throw in her interview, Joey, and she proved it there on that 10th throw with a nice aggressive 5 to really put a cap on this thing, 42 to 35. Nice impressive round here by Gina. Nice score, 42. Of course, she had a 2 and 3 on her 3rd and 4th throw, but a lot of 4s and a lot of 5s as well. And we know those 5s can turn into 6s very quickly. And then for Haley, she had a nice bullseye there on her 3rd throw, but she's trying to find the perfect kind of balance with her new axe, Joey, and devastating drop in the 9th throw isn't going to do anyone any favors.
Yeah, if she can just eliminate those 3s, she's going to be a tough out here on Battle Axe. Well, we saw the standings earlier. It's a clear-cut number 1 and 2 with Chris D'Onofrio and Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, and then there's kind of a log jam in the middle. Here's Eric the Scope Shizzle on the strong competitors in the middle of this league.
Yeah, actually, it really is. It's nice to see that, you know, once we start, I mean, you're really talking about that middle section is going to be, that's going to be the clear fight to the top, you know. I mean, of course, we've got the guys that are shooting, you know, these perfect games here and there. We've got kill shots being called that are great, you know, a lot of great competition. You're going to see, you know, a lot of dogfights in that middle ground is going to be very exciting stuff to watch. That's going to be exciting to watch because you could see just huge turnovers. And unexpected, you know, so I wouldn't want to be a betting man on the middle ground. No way.
Well, Eric the Scope Shizzle, one of those guys in the middle ground, and he's one of those guys we've seen go all the way.
Absolutely, and he's absolutely right, Joey. The middle competitors can absolutely hang with the top guys. I mean, that's the beauty of the Double Elimination Week 8 tournament. It's anyone's belt to win.
Eric the Scope Shizzle looking to win that belt. He's going to take on Stephanie Primetime Prime. She'd love to get her hands on that belt as well.
Absolutely. Eric coming in at 12 and 8, and Stephanie at 11 and 9. A couple of the competitors in the middle ground that we've seen take some really nice, impressive steps. And, of course, Eric is a former champion himself.
He knows what it takes to win it all. We'll see if he can do it again here on Battle Axe.
And last week we saw Eric go up against Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio. Had a really good matchup to end his week 5. It looks like that's really close to a bullseye there for Eric the Scope. You see he's getting a closer look, but the right call was made, so a 2-point lead for Eric going into the 3rd throw. Stephanie not starting off her matchup with a 3, but a couple 4s, something I bet she would like to have back.
5 Stephanie.
Well, nice response there from Stephanie Prine. She throws a 5,
Bullseye Eric.
but Eric the Scope just a little better. He throws a bullseye to extend his lead to 3.
Yeah, Eric doing a really nice job of living in that 5 and 6 ring. Kind of now he's starting to talk a little trash. Of course, try to get inside Primetime's head. We'll see how effective that can be. A nice, easy flush bullseye.
Bullseye and bullseye.
A nice response there by Stephanie.
And a shot at a unicorn here for Eric the Scope. We'll see if he can get a third straight bullseye. And I can't believe Taylor Swift is not here, Bobby.
Taylor Swift is not there, but I really did love that last throw there by Eric the Scope. It was a really flush bullseye. It looks like a nice carbon copy as well. So a unicorn for the Scope. Maybe he doesn't need T Swift to compete in this league.
Yeah, typically he's got the big cardboard cutout of Taylor Swift right by his side for every match, but she's nowhere to be found here today.
Both competitors will switch sides. Eric missing a little high. Looks like that could be a 4, possibly a 5 if it's popping through. But, I mean, time and time again, Joey, you see it. When a competitor gets hot on one side of the lane, all of a sudden you have to switch to the other side. And I don't know what it is, but everything changes and you can lose your momentum really quickly.
Well, Eric the Scope just able to get a 5 there.
Yep, and very close to being a 4, so lucky that it was popping through on the top-hand side of that blade. But a 4-point lead with 3 throws to go. Stephanie's got to start finding that 5 and 6 ring. Ooh.
4, Stephanie.
Another 5 for Eric the Scope to extend the lead.
4.
Well, actually, wait a minute. It's a 4.
All right.
So that'll keep it a 4-point game. We'll see it at some point if Stephanie Prine's going to go for a kill shot. She's not going to do it here. Just 2 throws to go.
No, she's not going to do it here. Of course, Eric coming about his points
5, Eric,
admirably.
4,
Stephanie was lucky that last throw, though, was a 4 and not a 3.
All right.
So
Last throw, Eric's up by 5.
Eric with the 5 there, able to make up a point, a 5-point lead. And again, Joe, to your point, I wonder why Stephanie's just not going for that kill shot. She's got to get used to it at some point.
Yeah, nothing to lose, really, when you're down by 5 against a guy like the Scope who's he's not going to have a drop. You know, it would just be so unlikely.
45,
And Eric the Scope gets the win, 50-45 over Stephanie Prine.
Yeah, Primetime Nation really wants that kill shot attempt from Stephanie, and I think it's something we're going to be seeing, obviously, come tournament time, but I'd like to see it before that Week 8 tournament, Joey. But for Stephanie, she falls to 11-10, 50-45. Too many 4s on the board. Fortunately for her, Eric only had those 3 6s on his scorecard, so he puts up a nice round of 50. But yeah, so she wants to start living in that 5 and 6 ring. We see her making that progression. And of course, you can still get stuck in the vortex. It's still possible, but she falls to 11-10, and Eric improves his record to 13-8.
Well, 4 matches down and 4 more still to go here in week number 6. We're going to bring him to you straight ahead here on Battle Axe. Stay tuned to MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe, coming to you, as always, from the Bustin' Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque. I'm Joey the Jaw Danya, alongside Bobby the Blade Bradford. It's been an exciting start to week number 6, and we're just halfway home. Still 4 matches to go here on Battle Axe, and we're going to bring them to you right now. Let's get it on. Everett Shore, a.k.a. Mr. Kill, taking on Stephanie Primetime Prime. She came up just a little short just moments ago to Eric the Scope Shizzle. She's going to get right back out there and try to take down Everett Shore.
Yeah, Everett coming in at 10-11, and Stephanie at 11-10. And a 4 there for Stephanie to start off the match, so that vortex kind of carrying over. And a 5 there for Everett. Everett had a nice matchup between Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio, really hung in there and missed ever so slightly on that kill shot on its 10th attempt.
Yeah, even with that miss, he still put up a round of 48. So Everett Shore playing well here with the postseason right around the corner.
Yep, and for Stephanie, another 4 there. She's going to get the Primetime Nation involved here, maybe start to change this luck of hers going into the 3rd throw. We'll see if it's effective. She's always a competitor of the people, and it looks like that bullseye there, Joey.
She gives the fans what they want.
Yeah.
A bullseye from Stephanie Prine. That gets her within 1 of Everett Shore.
Lets everybody know that it worked. Let's see if we can carry over to the next throw here. Oh, Just off the mark. That could be a 5. Looks like it's just on that 5 ring there, Joey, and not popping through. So it is a couple 4s, but fortunately for Stephanie, no gown lost to Everett. So still a 1-point lead for Everett going into the 5th throw.
Stephanie
Nice.
Prine and Everett Shore
5 and
both
4.
playing well here in the first half of this one.
Yeah.
It's all tied up.
Oh, yeah, really close to being a bullseye there, Joey, and all tied up going into the turn.
So Prine and Shore switch sides, and we're underway here in the second half. Nice throw there from Stephanie Prine, her second bullseye of the match.
Yeah, so ever since she engaged with Primetime Nation, she is starting to turn her throw around. Those 4s have turned into 5s and 6s, and she's right back in this thing.
Yeah, she really fuels off of the crowd, and when her fans get into this one, she usually gets going.
Absolutely, and not to disappoint, she has a 2-point lead going into the 8th throw and a chance at a unicorn.
We'll see if Stephanie Prine can deliver the majesty of a unicorn.
Hold on to anything that's not locked down. If she hits it, and she could, it's a bullseye there for Everett, and it is a unicorn there for Stephanie, so Primetime Nation will be going crazy.
Yeah, you can feel the roof is about to come off of this place. Stephanie Prine on fire right now. She's looking to close this thing out and get the win over Everett Shore.
Max getting away from her a little bit.
4 and 4.
A 4, but Joey, I've seen the progression now from Stephanie. Those 4s are very, very close to being 5s, so she's already had a couple throws. And we see Everett going up for the kill shot here, down by 2. Could be a big throw here, Joey.
Mr. Kill looking to win it with a kill shot.
Stephanie
He's got a shot.
Oh, again, he missed very close. It looked like on the right-hand side of the kill shot instead of the left-hand side, like his first matchup with Chris, but falls to Stephanie Primetime Prine. Stephanie with an impressive score of 50 there. She just got super hot after she engaged the Primetime Nation there. You can see 4 bullseyes on her score sheet and a nice 5 to end up the match. But Everett falls to 10 and 12, but a nice score of 43. Aggressive of going for that kill shot, but too many 4s on his scorecard there, Joey. But a nice, impressive round nonetheless. And both these competitors have a shot at that belt.
Stephanie Prine playing very well with that postseason right around the corner. No 3s here on the night, and a lot of bullseyes to get the round of 50 here for the win over Everett Shore. Sarah Murray ready to go here in week number 6. She's going to take on Zachary Torble.
Yeah, so Zach coming in at 8 and 13. Sarah with an impressive 12 and 8 record. Top 10 in the league. Looks like starting off with what could be a 5 if it's popping through, but it looks like a 4.
4 Zach.
It's really close. It's right on that line.
4 Sarah.
So it is ruled a 4 for Sarah Murray.
Couple of 4s here to start this one for Murray and Torble.
Yeah, so again, we'll see how Zach fares, as we said in his last matchup. He's had streaks of really impressive throws, and then, of course, the axe getting away from him a little bit, so he's trying to eliminate that from his game. A couple 4s to start off the match. Not missing by too much, though, Joey.
Yeah, earlier here today, he had a 2 and a 3 in a really close game against Hannah Brussel. So we can just
4 Zach.
hone in on
Bullseye
at least
Sarah.
getting 4s.
Yeah.
He's going to be a lot more competitive.
We'll keep that progression going. And Sarah with a nice bullseye there on her 3rd throw, finding that bullseye there. But, yeah, start living in that 4 ring. Start living in that vortex. You'll get out of it eventually.
4 Sarah.
Looks like a
5
nice
Zach.
5 there by Zach. But, yeah, that's the progression,
right,
though, that
fifth
we've seen.
row,
Yeah, when
Sarah's up by
you're a new
1.
player, you want to eliminate those drops. You want to eliminate those 2s and 3s from your game. And then you want to start living in that vortex. And you can compete with a lot of competitors living in that 4 ring. But you definitely want to continue that progression that Sarah Murray looks like she's making, starting to live in that 5 and 6 ring a little bit.
So Sarah Murray will take a 3-point lead
Sarah,
into the second half.
What's your birthday?
So a really nice score here for Sarah to start off the match. Axe getting away from her a little bit. She's got a 4 there.
4 Sarah.
Looks like a
5
nice
Zach.
5 there by Zach. So he cuts this lead to 2 with 4 throws to go. It's anyone's game here, Joey.
Never.
Yeah, still plenty of axes to throw, and it's just a 2-point game.
Out right after the last week of
So looks like that is a 4. Could be a 5 for Sarah popping through on the bottom hand side, but it is ruled a 4. So almost identical throws by both competitors there, Joey.
Yeah, these two just going right at each other. It's all going to come down to these last few throws.
Yeah, toe-to-toe. Looks like another
Four,
couple
four?
fours there. But as you can see, Joey, with Sarah's last couple throws, you can
Throw
see
that.
that 4 is inching ever so closely to that 5 and 6 ring. Could be the determining factor here in this game.
Well, Zachary Torble with a nice
Four's
throw
up,
there,
Yeah,
but he just missed the 5.
All right.
so
last throw.
unable to do what
Sarah's up
Sarah
by
was able to accomplish there, hitting that 5 ring on the right-hand side. Zach was very, very close, though. Just too much of that black ring there.
3-point
Nice.
lead here for Sarah Murray. She looks to put it away, and
Bullseye, Sarah.
Wow.
she does it with a bullseye.
Yeah, so
All right,
Zach
good
with
game.
probably his
43
best throw of the
left,
game,
47
but
Sarah.
Sarah not to be outdone. Bests him with a bullseye.
Sarah Murray getting the win, 47-43, Bobby.
Yeah, Sarah improves her record to 13-8. You can see she got 3 bullseyes there on the board, and then Zachary falls to 8-14. No bullseyes on the board, but I would like to look at Joey. No 3s or 2s or drops on the board. So he's making the positive progression that any competitor wants to make. Puts up a nice score of 43. And hang in there, Zachary. Those 4s will start to turn into 5s and 6s in no time.
No doubt better scores ahead for Zachary Torble and Sarah Murray, looking ready for that postseason. Well, we've still got a couple matches to go here on Battle Axe. We'll bring them to you straight ahead. Stay tuned here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe. I'm Joey Danya alongside Bobby Bradford at the Bustin' Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque. It's been a lot of exciting action here in week number 6, and we've still got a couple of matches to go. Nicole D'Onofrio, new to the league this season, and she's changing up her throw a little bit. Here is Nicole on the evolution of her throw.
I feel pretty good with the style of throw I have. When I began in the sport, I was always throwing one-handed, but I was taking a step because I didn't feel like I could have the power to get the axe to the board without taking a step. And slowly I've been able to work out of that and into not taking a step, as well as not resting my axe on my shoulder anymore, which is how I started. So now starting with the axe out and doing some more movement with that, that's been good, and it's been growing for me. So
Well, these competitors, they're constantly tweaking things to just try and get that perfect throw, Bobby.
Absolutely. It's a journey everyone takes, and Nicole's definitely doing her part to find perfection.
Nicole D'Onofrio will take on Cody Yoakum here in week number 6. Yoakum and D'Onofrio touching tips of the axes, and we are ready to go.
Yeah, Nicole and Yoakum, part of that dangerous middle ground that Eric was talking about in his interview, both coming in at 10 and 10.
Bullseye, Cody.
But a nice start for Cody at the bullseye, and not to be too far off from it is Nicole with a 5.
Well, a great start for Cody Yoakum.
Yeah, and for Nicole, she's just kind of honing in that muscle memory, trying to find that consistent throw. Although she's new to Battle Axe, she's not new to axe throwing, and she's definitely proved that by putting up some impressive scores. She definitely hasn't gone through the normal progress and trials and tribulations that a normal new thrower would go through.
Back-to-back bullseyes for Cody Yoakum. We'll see if he can get a unicorn.
Hi,
He
Cody,
just
4.
misses
Just
it.
misses it. Yeah, so a 5 there for Cody, but it's still a 3-point lead, able to capitalize on Nicole's 4.
A nice start for Cody Yoakum. He's got the 17-14 advantage after 3 throws. We'll see if Nicole D'Onofrio can get something going here, and she might have a bullseye there.
Yeah, so a bullseye there for Nicole, and very close for Cody Yoakum, and he actually wants a second opinion,
All right, 5th throw. Cody's up
and
by
Jenny
3.
obliges, so it's a couple bullseyes there for both competitors. 3-point lead for Yoakum going into the 5th throw.
Cody Yoakum on fire right now. 3 bullseyes in his first
For
4
Nicole, for
throws.
Cody.
And right on cue, I give him the announcer's jinx. A couple of 4s there from Yoakum and D'Onofrio.
Yeah, so a couple 4s, axe getting away from both competitors. Maybe the turn will be welcomed by each thrower. It looks like that's a 4. Could be a 5 for Cody,
4 and 4.
but it is ruled a 4, and a 4 there for Nicole. Axe getting away from her. So both competitors kind of have to find their stroke again. Start off the match really nice, but the Axe kind of getting away from both of them at this point.
A 3-point lead for Yoakum. 6th throw coming. And
There you
Yoakum
go.
and D'Onofrio
Bullseye Cody.
back into rhythm here.
Cool.
Yeah, so it looks like that could be close to a bullseye. Ruled a 5 there for Nicole, but if I were her, I'd want to get a closer look at that as well. She trusts Jenny, though, and keeps it as a 5. Both competitors doing a nice job, Joey, of eliminating those 4s right now and finding that 5 and 6 ring. Let's see if they can continue.
Yoakum with a 4-point advantage.
Oh.
For Nicole and drop.
Wow.
And wow, just a devastating drop. And just like
throw
that,
lineup.
we're all tied at 37 with 2 throws to go.
Wow. So this is a part of the beauty of axe throwing, Joey. If your opponent makes a mistake and you're able to capitalize on it, you can overcome a lot of deficits. So Nicole doing a nice job of capitalizing on Cody's devastating drop,
Bullseye Cody.
and Cody doing a nice job of
5 Nicole.
moving on from that drop and putting up a nice bullseye to
All
take a
right,
1-point
last
lead.
throw,
If
Cody
you come
is
out with
up
the
by 1.
victory, Joey, you can easily forget that drop.
Yeah, great job of Yoakum to just put the pressure right back on D'Onofrio. 1 throw to go here. Yoakum clinging to a 1-point lead.
A nice throw there by Nicole, but a
Nicole,
better
bullseye
throw
Cody.
there by Cody
Good
Yoakum.
game.
So
47 Nicole,
Cody comes out the
49
victor,
Cody.
puts that drop behind him. Nice job.
Back-to-back bullseyes for Cody Yoakum to get the win, 49-47.
Yeah, Nicole falls to 10 and 11, but she did a nice job of sticking around this game, Joey. And, of course, with that drop on Cody's 8th throw, she was able to capitalize on that and tie this thing up. But, hey, you got to tip your cap to your opponent. Cody did a really nice job of peppering in a number of 6s on the score sheet. A couple 4s there on his 5 and 6 throw, but that drop on the 8th throw really allowed Nicole to come back in this game. But kudos to him to forget that really quickly and put up a couple of 6s to seal the deal.
Got to have a short memory when you're throwing axes. Well, Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw has been throwing like a professional since day one, and now it's official. Here is Bradshaw on becoming a pro.
Yeah, the pro status is where you want to get to the next level. So the pro status is you have to throw at least 50% kill shots for your entire league, a minimum of 50% kill shots, and then how you rank to the top 128 will get your pro league status. And that's just a level of with the upper echelon throwers is what you want to achieve. So I've been able to hit that goal. Now through the next goal is to be able to maintain that through here on out from each season to each season. One of the other goals I had was getting a perfect score, and I was able to accomplish that twice. So that monkey's off my back. So now it's a matter of just getting out of my head, being able to throw and not worry about it, and not think about anything, and just have fun and throw. So I guess my next goal is I want to be able to qualify for the World Championships. I was able to attend the U.S. Open a couple of years ago, and that was on a lottery pick, but now I really want to hit the Worlds and be able to physically qualify to be in the top level and be able to throw with the best of the best.
Well, Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw aiming for the highest of goals.
Never satisfied is Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw. Maintain professional status is his new goal, and then, of course, getting that world bid is always on the table.
Bradshaw ready to take on Cody Yoakum here as we close things out in week number 6.
Yeah, so Cody with a nice victory over Nicole, 49-47 in our last matchup. He'll take on a little tougher opponent here in Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw.
5 Cody, Bullseye Matt.
Matt starting off with a bullseye and Cody with a 5.
Nice pants from Bradshaw, as always, as is with tradition.
As is tradition, exactly. Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, always known for his fashion, head to toe.
Well, a nice start here from Bradshaw.
Bullseye and
Back-to-back
4 Cody.
bullseyes. A shot at a unicorn here.
Yeah, so Cody, that axe getting away from him a little bit, finding that vortex that he wants to avoid, especially when playing someone the caliber of Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw. But we saw him with some really nice high-pressure throws in his match with Nicole. He needs to maintain that and carry it over into this matchup.
Bullseye and 4 Cody.
Yeah, outside of that drop, Cody Yoakum was really hot in the second half
Correct.
of his win over Nicole D'Onofrio. He's been unable to carry it into this matchup against Bradshaw, who just threw a unicorn.
Just through a unicorn, shouldn't come as any surprise to anybody. We'll see if he can match Chris's record of 6 consecutive
Matt Cody,
bullseyes to
bullseye
start
Matt.
off the match here tonight.
Well, he's more than halfway there. 4 straight bullseyes for Bradshaw. Just like that, he's got a 6-point lead.
Yeah, and so for Cody, it's just really important for him to just focus on that board, focus on his throw, find that maybe that one thing that's missing, and start to find that 5 and 6 ring. So a nice job there, hitting the bullseye, getting on the board there on his 5th throw. And of course, Joey, after your first bullseye, you got to switch sides.
What a start for the Magic Man. A perfect round of 30 to start this thing. 5 straight bullseyes. We'll see if he can get a second unicorn, and he does. 6 straight bullseyes for the Magic Man.
So for the second time tonight, we see a double unicorn. The axe getting away from Cody with a 4 there. It is a 8-point lead going into the 7th throw here for the Magic Man. Perhaps some kill shots are around the corner.
Well, he's got a shot at putting up an incredible score here. I mean, he's got a perfect game going right now. I don't want to give him the announcer's jinx, but
Yeah, it's very close.
might have.
It is ruled a 6, though, and it was popping through on the left-hand side of that blade. So you escaped this time, Joey.
All righty, Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw with a 7th consecutive bullseye and a commanding lead.
I wonder if Matt was aware that Chris threw 6 of them. He's like, oh, I can do one better than that. It looks like, it's ever so close, very close to the throw that he just had.
Jenny's probably going to have to take a closer look at this one.
She gets a closer look, and it is ruled a 5.
All right. Throw 9.
Just missed it. So the Magic Man leading 47-39, 2 throws to go, and he's going for the kill shot.
Yep, so he's disappointed by that 5. He says, I'm going to make up the points with a kill shot here. At least a kill shot attempt. And so close, we're going to have to get it closer. Oh, it looks like from this angle, though, that he didn't hit it. So Cody able to come back in this thing now. It's a 4-point game. We'll see if Matt goes for the kill shot again. Looks like he's going to play the points on the board. This is an area where I'd just like to see Cody go for it. Just go for that kill shot. Just try, Get comfortable with that thing.
You've got nothing to lose because the Magic Man is not going to lose this game by throwing a 3 or a 2.
Or a drop.
Yeah.
Or anything like that, yeah.
Well, Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw gets the win. He wraps it up with a bullseye. 53-48, the final score.
Yeah, so 53-48. Matt improves his record to 17-2. Cody falls to 11-11. Cody doing a nice job of kind of moving into that 5 and 6 ring. I want him to live there, though, Joey. He's kind of falls back in that 4-way, which we see a lot of competitors do. But it's finding whatever that mechanism is to kind of hone in that 5 and 6 ring so you can get scores like Matt's kind of throwing up here. I mean, 7 consecutive 6s to start off the match and bookends it with a 6 on his 10th throw for a nice score of 53. Those are the kind of adjustments that you want to make to really elevate your game and go to the level that Matt is.
The Magic Man improving to 17-2 in his quest to make it 3 consecutive Battle Axe championships. Well, it was an exciting week here on Battle Axe. We've got just one more week to go until our postseason double elimination tournament. Time now for our post-game wrap-up. After 6 weeks of competition, Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio remains unbeaten, 24-0 on the season, averaging nearly 56 points per game.
Yeah, he's putting together a remarkable season so far. 1,340 points scored, but only 30 points behind him is Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw, followed by Casey Nines, Hannah Brussel, Sarah Murray, Cody Yoakum, Stephanie Prine, Eric Chisel, Everett Shore, and Nicole D'Onofrio.
Well, that's going to do it for this week here on Battle Axe. For Bobby the Blade Bradford, I'm Joey Danya. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on Battle Axe.
Give it a minute.